Ugh, ads are such poop. Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more for just $1 a month. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. And hey, we're on Patreon too. Your support helps cover the cost of running a podcast. For $2 a month, you can get early access to all our episodes ad-free, plus bonus episodes exclusive to Patreon subscribers only. Visit patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse to sign up now. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
Elihu. He was he was going on and on about shit that Job did wrong, apparently, but not really, because he doesn't know what he's fucking talking about.
And he said that Job was condemning God, which absolutely didn't happen.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like,
and then we're waiting.
Did you read the same thing, you dumbass?
Right? And then we're waiting today to find out if Job smacks his ass.
I really hope he does.
Right?
Do you think he will?
No.
God damn it.
It's never that, we gotta, that's why we need to write that Bible of ours.
Mm-hmm,
The Bible, the Sacrilegious Discourse Bible.
Yes.
And we need to make it more exciting.
It's true.
Right?
It's true. We'll put in like a false chapter and be like, that's what should have happened.
Right.
But anyway, here's what really happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So that was Job chapter 34.
Shut up, cat. And today... wait. You said 34. It sure as fuck was.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
And today we're reading...
Job chapter 35 with the help from our cat, apparently.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, meow. Okay, Job chapter 35.
Okay.
Then. It's still Elihu.
Is it still Elihu?
Because he says, do you think this is just? You saying, I am in the right, not God.
So just to clarify, Job did not smack him.
We don't know. It hasn't happened yet.
Not yet, anyway.
Maybe next chapter.
Okay.
Sigh.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like, making fun of Job. You say, I'm in the right, not God. Yet you ask him, what profit is it to me, and what do I gain by not sinning? I would like to reply to you and your friends. I would like to reply to you and to your friends with you. Sorry, that was bad phrasing, and it made me stumble.
Right, yeah.
Look up at the heavens and see. Gaze at the clouds so high above you. I was thinking of donuts.
Right, yeah.
Glazed donuts.
Yep.
Gaze at the clouds, blah, blah, blah. If you sin, how does that affect him? If your sins are many, what does that do to him?
I thought he's offended, isn't he?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, according to, the Bible.
Right, I'm not sure what he's getting at.
I don't either.
If you are righteous, what do you give to him, or what does he receive from your hand? Your wickedness only affects humans like yourself, and your righteousness only other people.
Then why does he fucking care?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not sure what he's getting at here.
Right, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure it out as I go.
Sure.
People cry out under a load of oppression. They plead for relief from the arm of the powerful. But no one says, where is God my maker, who gives songs in the night, who teaches us more than he teaches? Who teaches us more than he teaches the beasts of the earth and makes us wiser than the birds in the sky.
Okay.
I mean, I say that. Just kidding. I don't. He does not answer when people cry out because of the arrogance of the wicked. Oh, that's why.
Okay.
That's why. If only the wicked weren't arrogant, then he would answer our question.
I see. It sounds like bullshit to me.
It also sounds like false correlation.
Right.
Indeed, God does not listen to their empty plea. The Almighty pays no attention to it. Well, that's fucked up.
Because they're wicked, apparently.
But that's fucked up.
Right. Yeah, I don't I don't know. Like, just because somebody, well, I mean, you apparently there's the ability to redeem yourself in God's eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just because somebody is wicked doesn't mean that they would always end up being that way.
Right.
So why are they any less deserving of a chance than somebody else?
Right. What about the story of the prodigal son, which we haven't got to yet, but the whole point of that is that somebody who returns to the flock after having been away is
Right.
like celebrated.
Right, which is bullshit in and of itself.
It is.
But,
it is.
But I mean, honestly though, like how as a society we like the redeemed person, right? The person who has corrected their views about how they were.
Yeah.
And
the redemption arc story from within.
Right. We love that.
We
right?
do. We all do.
And
we
apparently,
all love a good comeback.
According to God, sometimes he likes that story too.
Sometimes
he just punishes
willy-nilly.
Right out. You know, like, okay, we're just gonna punish.
And fuck you, and fuck you, and
Right,
fuck you.
right.
Fucks for everyone.
Yeah. But what justifies his immediate response and bad, like wrath, versus I'm gonna let you go, but then someday you might redeem yourself.
Right.
What distinguishes between those two things?
Oh, I know what the Christian answer is.
What's that?
Because God knows who's worth saving.
If he knows all things ahead of time, then why doesn't then what does anything matter?
It doesn't.
Okay.
To answer your fucking question, it just doesn't.
then there's either whatever. Yeah, okay. It's all bullshit.
It's the whole free will versus destiny question.
Right.
And you can't have both. And Christians try to have it a little bit of both.
Right.
Depending on the day. Because you're responsible for your actions, and yet you're not, because God already knows what's happening anyways. So who fucking cares?
Right. And it's whichever one they feel like throwing out.
Yeah. How much less then will he listen when you say that you do not see him, that your case is before him and you must wait for him, and further, that his anger never punishes and he does not take the least notice of wickedness. So Job opens his mouth with empty talk. Without knowledge, he multiplies words. The end.
Okay,
so,
but
hold on. So let me get this straight, Elihu. You are talking shit. Like, we literally know that you're mistaken.
Right.
And you're saying that Job is talking shit.
When there's literal examples of wicked people not being punished immediately like Job was.
Yeah.
So, like, he has actual examples that he could bring receipts for.
Yeah.
Whereas Elihu is like, I know you were bad because you got punished.
Yeah. So, there.
That makes no fucking sense.
No, it does not at all. Yeah. This book is dumb and I hate it.
Agreed.
Okay.
And it's just annoying,
It is.
I still understand what they're getting at here,
no,
sort of.
I understand what they're trying to get at in that childish way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the problem. It's fucking childish.
Agreed.
It's okay. Apparently people hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago were fucking unsophisticated dum-dums.
Well, yeah.
And they had never, had any example ever. And so they just didn't know how to put stories together.
That's part of why this book is such trash.
Right. It's just, how am I supposed to get anything out of this? It is pure dumb-dummery.
You have to, if you want, quote unquote, if you want to get something out of it, right? You have to attribute it meaning and beauty that it doesn't quite live up to. You have to pretend like these things are the way things should be and ought to be, and that they mean more than they say. You have to put in these extra meanings to make it this beautiful book that makes these beautiful points and says these beautiful things. But really, so far, it's just been a bunch of beautiful bullshit. It's
not even beautiful either.
Well, we make it beautiful.
A beautiful fart. Here's the thing. Like, I am a little bit arrogant, and I pride myself on being a bit of an intellectual. Like, I love a good fart joke and I drop F-bombs. But I mean, I also know how to do sentences good.
Right. Yeah.
So this bothers me. Like, I resent that I have to fucking lower my intelligence level to this dumb level. You know what it reminds me of? Remember when we were going to community college, right? And like, we were frustrated, each in our respective classes, by the fact that it didn't matter how much or how little effort we put in, because people who barely put in any effort would get the same grade as you for putting in extra effort. And so there was really like no fucking incentive to push yourself to do really well, because the teachers were like so impressed that you could string words together correctly that they were like, holy shit, it's the best I've ever read. This should be in a museum. You should get a Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
The humanitarian. I've never seen such art. Like, no, I'm merely a dum-dum who happens to be a little bit smarter than the dum-dums next to me.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying I am smart and great and good and knowledgeable, okay? I'm saying that I'm a dum-dum, and there are a lot of people who are dumber than I am.
Wow, that was an amazing sentence you just strung together there.
It was fun to say.
That was great.
It tasted good in my mouth.
Pure literary art there.
It felt good, I'm telling you.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So to get back to this, though, what I'm saying is I resented the teacher telling me, you're great, when I'm like, no, please put red ink on it. I would like to improve. I know I can't possibly be as good as you say I am. Otherwise, I would, be whatever good greatness is.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So when I am reading this and I'm like supposed to get something good out of it, I resent it, because I'm like, no, there is nothing you can offer me. You are dumb. This is dumb. I don't want to do group projects with this, is what I'm saying. Like, this is not up to my caliber. I'm not necessarily like advanced placement, but I'm also not remedial. You know, that's all I'm saying.
And you've got people that will defend it and say, look, it's been translated a million different times. It's, it was written back before people had understandings of modern society. So we're in a different era, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the apologists are going to say you have to build in apologies for it.
But I feel like I already have.
Right.
I feel like I have, by saying, okay, I'm going to try and I'm going to see what I can get out of this. And I'm trying to pretend that it's real and say, okay, from the who is real, people believe in this. And so, okay, in canon, God is real and this really happened. Got it.
Right.
Like, that is me giving grace. That is me extending, okay, show me what you got.
Sure. Yeah. No, we're trying as hard as we have it in us to try.
And they want me to try harder. And I'm like, no, this needs to reach out to me a little bit. And it's not.
Right.
It's just not.
Right. But that's why they have pastors and preachers and all that bullshit, so that they can tell you what you're supposed to think.
But when I hear them, they are wrong and they are lying and they are bad and they have airplanes.
But they would say the same thing about us.
I don't have airplanes.
Well,
and
no,
I'm not lying.
Sans airplanes, okay?
But also, I'm not lying.
No, I know.
They might call me bad and wrong. That is subjective. Sure.
They would say we have an agenda, that we are coming at this from a skewed point of view, is what they would say.
I guess, but I'm like, yes, I do. Okay, so convince me. Work hard. You say I'm worth being saved, right? Give me a convincing fucking argument.
Well, I guess my take has always been this. People claim up and down that the Bible is the Word of God, and that it is the most holy of holy books, and it has all the proof of God that you'll ever need, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's the case, as I'm reading through it, I should be a little bit more convinced than I am that God is real.
Yes.
I feel like the book itself should reach out to me. I know without a doubt that I am smarter than a lot of the pastors out there.
Yes.
I'm sure that there's some that are smarter than me as well.
Oh, I'm sure that there are many well-educated people out there that know the Bible up one. I mean, we can't even remember the names of the fucking people that we've already read.
Sure.
So obviously we're not.
Well, but I mean, this isn't a memorization contest either.
No, but I'm just saying, like, they could pull fucking verses out of their asses and spit them at us, and then I would feel stupid, even though I know that what they're saying does not line up.
I think so. And just to go down this a little bit, when I first started wanting to read the Bible and we wanted to get into this, part of me did want to learn verses that I could toss out and be like, so it says here that da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da, right? But as I'm reading through it, while I have come across some things that are really funny and things that I would love to use, here and there, generally speaking, I think it's more important to understand the overarching message that is in the Bible and how I react to it than it is to understand specific verses to place for an argument. Because I could place in an argument anything from anything and make it sound valid.
Yes.
You can take snippets of it's called taking things out of context, right?
Yes.
So the larger context is reading the entire thing and taking it as a whole piece of literature that you are supposed to apply as the Word of God, as whatever it is presenting itself as. Unfortunately, I don't think it's living up to the standard that it has, that people want it to live up to.
Obviously, because this book has done more to turn me from vaguely spiritual and kind of agnostic to like fucking hardcore atheist and angry that I wasted my time giving it a chance.
Well, that's what most people say. If they read the Bible themselves, it turned them harder towards the atheism.
And I wanted to find something beautiful. I wanted to find, obviously not in every single page, obviously not in every single story or every single book. But we're only partway through the Old Testament. So there, I guess, maybe I'm speaking too soon. But okay, halfway through the fucking Old Testament, I still have not found anything where I could sit back and say, oh, okay.
That's a beautiful concept. That's a beautiful idea.
I really appreciate
those
that.
words were just completely...
I'm moved.
Yeah,
I am moved.
Right, I'm moved.
I might not believe in God, but I am moved. And now I have a little bit of better feeling about it.
Right.
And I'm not even getting a little spark of that.
Well, there's something in every single chapter, in every single book for sure, that we can take issue, that we have taken issue with regard to how God treats this person or that person, or reacts to this, that, or the other.
Or the inhumanity of it all.
Right. Right. So there's literally not been one book of the Bible, and probably not even one chapter of the Bible hardly, that we have agreed with. Right. Like we have never, I don't want to say never, because we've done over 600 episodes now. But I vaguely, I don't ever remember finishing a chapter and saying, that's exactly correct. That's the way it should be. Not once.
No, at best I've said, well, that was dull.
Right, yeah. We definitely had some dull ones.
But that's the best. That's the kindest thing.
The only chapters I can think of that could be said that was correct, or that was, whatever, would be the ones where they were talking about the plans and how to build something. Like, well, the measurements probably work out correctly, and that's good, and whatever.
But we came out of that going, that was dull.
It was definitely dull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
pointless,
sorry,
really.
Yeah. Because what, you're going to build it again?
Right.
I mean, God promised that that's not going to happen again. So why do we need the measurements? We're not going to need the fucking ark again, are we?
No.
So ...
Right. Moreover, if somebody did build the ark again, no one would take it as an actual, like, I can't imagine somebody creating, like, trying to, even if, okay, let's just assume religion is real, right?
Okay, sure.
If Jesus came back today, this world would not accept him.
No, not at all.
No.
I mean, he's brown, so you could stop there.
More than that, though.
I mean, just on appearances alone, he's brown. Done.
Right. He would be sent to a loony bin. He'd be, whatever. I mean, it's not going to happen. But I mean...
He would be persecuted by the very people he had been sent to save.
Right.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that was Job chapter 35.
It sure as fuck was.
And tomorrow is Saturday, and we'll be back with...
Q&A Saturday.
And then on Sunday, we'll be doing our special
Patreon.
Trying out something new here.
I'm trying to jingle.
Yeah.
And what do you think? You like it?
I mean,
you don't like any of them, honestly.
No, I really don't. But it's okay.
Well, I think that Patreon. I really like that. I think that's the new jingle for Patreon.
All right.
So that's Sunday.
And I'll get the weekly replay done that day, and then we'll be back on Monday with
Job chapter 36.
All right, we'll see you guys then.
Okie dokie.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.